This programme follows two children with special needs as they move from small nurture groups based on the primary model back into mainstream. What strategies help them to make the transition and thrive in their new classes? At Shoebury-Ness High School in Southend-on-Sea, the increasing number of pupils with special needs coming into the school has prompted them to develop a fresh approach.
We have three pathways in the school: success, progress and achievement for students at Key Stage 3. And each of them has a curriculum designed for the pupils of that ability.
In Year 7, the achievement groups help those children who find transfer to secondary particularly difficult. Taught by primary trained teachers in a single class, they are supported and nurtured with a curriculum differentiated to meet their needs.
Yellow.
What Shoebury-Ness did at an early stage was recognised the needs of their community. There's always been strong links with the local primary schools, and so there was a wealth of information available to the school to enable them to plan sufficiently for children with special needs.
So that's a huge improvement. Fantastic.
Wherever possible, the long-term aim is to support children back into the mainstream. Deborah Hughes, head of the achievement groups, takes care to ensure that they are ready for the move.
In order for us to decide how they go out, we have to look at various aspects of whole school life. Are they going to cope with the rigours of mainstream school? First of all, they need to be working confidently at level 3 across the board. Secondly, they have to feel themselves that they are ready to go out. And thirdly, we have to know that their social skills are going to be adequate for them to get through, because the last thing we want is for them to come back to us saying they're being bullied or they're getting into trouble.
Shanice and Perry have been in the achievement group for 1.5 terms and are now preparing to move on to mainstream classes.
Shanice and Perry in particular have moved on at such a rate that it would be ridiculous to keep them in a group where we're giving them limited access to the Key Stage 3 curriculum. Although they will find the work challenging, I feel they are ready for that challenge and they want to, more than anything else, they want to be out there, they want to give it a go.
Well, felt really quiet in the achievement group for the first couple of weeks, but then I got used to it.
When Perry first came into the achievement group, you didn't notice him. He was quiet, unassuming, didn't really join in class discussions much. Now he's there, he is smiling very much, cracking jokes, hand up, answering questions accurately more often than not, always willing to have a go, no fear of failure, feels great when he's achieved something. You can see the pride that he feels when he's achieved something. He's just ready to go.
English, I've learnt a lot in English. Now I'm feeling confident to go in P-bands and be good at English.
I've improved on my times tables a lot, really, because Miss Morgan makes it fun, so it makes you learn more.
Shanice was the only child to come from her junior school to Shoebury-Ness, and it's a big place here, and there's almost 300 children in Year 7, so it was a real achievement for her to come on her own, very brave. And her progress just continued to get better and better and better as the term went on. It soon became apparent very early on in the autumn term that she was sort of head and shoulders above the rest of them in terms of her concentration, her maturity, as well as her written work. And she's just come on in leaps and bounds. I'm very proud of her.
If you've got any queries, anything goes pear-shaped.
Mentoring is fundamental to the support of the children moving on. Alison Dominy, assistant head teacher, will mentor the group.
One of the things that I'm hoping to do is to offer the children who are moving from achievement pathway into progress pathway some regular point of contact and support. So this has involved, I've already met with them to briefly introduce myself. Tomorrow I shall be going through their timetables with them so that they know where they're going in their first few lessons, what they've got to do. Right, I've got your timetables. So Louise, Fatima, Glenn, Perry and Shanice. Following that, I shall meet with them on a regular basis, weekly to start with, and then that gradually get further and further apart until we feel confident that they're well settled into their new groups, their new classes, and making good progress, as we hope that they will.
Should we just run through what we've got in the first?
Probably the biggest challenge for them will be finding their way around, because they're used to being taught in one class, in one room, for many of their subjects, and now they're going to be going from English to maths to history or wherever.
So do you know where L16 is?
No.
Okay.
Coping with different teachers across the school and getting to know them and fulfilling the expectations of each of the classrooms. So that's probably the second challenge. And perhaps the third challenge is keeping themselves organised and on top of their homework.
My tip for the week is take your planner with you wherever you go. When you leave that lesson, you need to know what the homework is.
Holly Morgan uses Circle Time, another primary initiative, to reflect on what the move means for the children and their classmates and to help them prepare.
Has any of the people who are going up to Progress got anything to say today? To their pals?
I just want to say that I'll miss you lot who aren't going up, and hopefully you'll end up coming up with us.
All I want to say is have a good time up there and don't get too brainy, your head might explode.
I just want to say that I know that you might make new friends and stuff.
But stay what?
And we hope that we'll see you around and stuff, so.
It's nearly half term and the strategies have worked for Shanice and Perry, but what support will they get now?
Well, they obviously have the support of their tutor, who knows them better than anybody else, as they meet with them every day, and their tutor will keep an eye on them. They'll have the support of their new teachers that are taking them in their classes, because the teachers are aware that they've come from achievement group into Progress, so they'll be keeping an extra eye out. In many of the classes they'll have LSA support, our learning assistant support. They are secretly chuffed to bits that they're moving to Progress pathway, and they normally work their socks off in the first few weeks.
The thing I'm looking forward to most is like having new teachers and doing different kind of work.
It's the first day of the new half term and time for Shanice and Perry to start lessons in their new group, the Progress Band.
Right, I'm going to let you settle in as nicely as I can by one at the back. You'll sit next. Tony at the back here.
Solid preparation and achievement ensures a confident start.
There you are. Where's Tony's? Tony's in here. Right, where are you going to sit, young man? We'll see how it goes with Jack. Girls, would you like to sit together or alongside somebody? Together. Do any of you just joined us from the achievement group have problems reading off the whiteboard? What is the most common consonant used? Well, I do like biscuits with a cup of
Tea.
So think of a word that begins with H. Her.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what.
LSAs are on hand to support pupils from the achievement group through their transition to mainstream.
None of these letters here really will be your second letter. So if you look at S,
anyone got 10 yet?
I is your second letter.
They do seem quite confident. Their first day, they like anybody else, they were quite scared or a little bit unsettled, but towards the end of the period, they really adjusted to the rest of the class.
You don't have a 30A. I've already put them for you there, Shanice. Make sure you write them the right one.
I'll meet like this about every couple of weeks for the next few weeks and see how it goes.
Mentor Alison arranges another meeting to see how the children are getting on.
See what's going well, what surprises, maybe some things you need some support with. Have you had a good week? Has it been better than you expected?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's gone best for you?
I know lots of people that are in my classes.
So you're mixing with more students now, aren't you? Yeah. You're in different groups of people, so one thing is to keep working as hard as you can, even when you're with different groups of people, and not every class works like they did in achievement group, and you need to stay focused, yeah?
Everything's fine apart from science because it's really hard to concentrate.
Right. Well, maybe what I could do is pop down one of your science lessons. Well done, everyone. Go and be successful today.
There is a lot of work being done across the country as to how to map provision for children with special needs, and it is recognised that achievement groups are successful as long as care is taken, that the youngsters don't perceive themselves as being singled out or stigmatised. And I think what's really positive about the way it works in Shoeburyness is the self-esteem of those pupils has remained high.
So what do the children who've moved on from Achievement to Progress Band think? How did the Achievement group help them?
I came into Achievement because I had anger management and difficulties like that, and didn't know my times tables and stuff. But now I'm more confident in my work, and my temper has gone down and I'm not as bad as I used to be.
In Achievement, you sort of like build up your confidence through the teachers sort of like help you build up your confidence and talking around the classes and stuff.
I feel that I've improved most of my work and my confidence in class and outside of class.
My last day was Miss Shield, and she helped me when I was angry, even to calm me down, made me laugh and helped me with my maths, and that's why I think mainly that's the reason why I managed to get up in the progress, because I had enough help from Miss Shield during Year 7 to move up, and I miss her a lot.
I'm better than I was. I used to always count my fingers, but now I can think in my head. I don't have to talk to myself and like go 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I don't have to look at my fingers, I can just think and I know the answers.
I think they've been sensitive to the children's needs. The fact that they're called an achievement group is something very positive, and they've worked hard in selling it to the children as something positive. They certainly worked with the parents as well, so that they've understood what this means, and the children actually see success.
A small number of children unable to make the move back into mainstream continue to receive dedicated support in Years 8 and 9 before moving on to a vocational pathway in Year 10. Harriet is in Year 9. How does the Achievement Group continue to help her?
Without the Achievement Group, I feel that Harriet will still be sitting at the table, most probably crying, not talking.
I've got my confidence back, and I'm not that shy as I was before.
Children who have particular problems and who may or may not stay in the achievement group through Year 7, 8 and 9 are at risk of being disaffected, and I believe that there are children who would, without the achievement group, become disaffected very early on, opt out of school altogether, either by being excluded or just not attending. And I think we have stopped this happening in several cases.
Well, I'm just so pleased that Harriet did come to this school and she has been given what she deserves, and they don't give up. The teachers do not give up. They go on, and she's just so happy, and I couldn't be happier. Could I?